And welcome to a Mindset Monday. I'm here at 11:11 all of this week, but I'm here every Monday now from now on. But I'm here at 11:11 this week sharing my tips and tricks for you guys on what it takes to build a successful practice, to shift the needle on what action and traction looks like in your business. And today is one of my favorite days talking about mindset. Hey Charlene, and hey anybody else who is watching this on the replay or otherwise. So goals. I've been revisiting I've got a little booklet of my goals, and you might have been seeing me on Instagram. I was sharing some insights into taking the time to actually write down your goals in a really inspiring way, changes and shifts the way that you can show up for what life you want to create. And there was a Harvard study that I was telling everybody about over at Congress when I was running this really cool wishing tree that we ended up putting all those wishes and intentions up into the universe in Bali in the fire ceremony. So that was really cool. But this Harvard business study I was telling people about, hey Tessa, hey Carly, hey anybody else who's joining, Harvard business study says that of only out of 100%, there's 14% of people who actually have goals, right? 14% who actually have goals. There's 17%, but 14% of those that do have goals are actually 10 times more successful in the long run than those without goals, right? 10 times. If you've got goals, if you've sat down to think about your goals, you are 10 times more likely to be successful. And then there's 3% of people out of the 100%, right? 3% of people who have actually gone to the trouble of not only thinking about them, but writing them down, right? Thought about them, wrote them down. They're actually 3 times more successful than the other 14% who have actually stopped to think about, right? So the 14% with the unwritten goals are 10 times more likely to achieve a level of success that they would perceive as success. But there's 3% who actually bother to write them down are 3 times more likely than them. So it's like 30 times more likely to have a level of success that they perceive as successful. So in this group, in the Naturopreneur Hub, we have around 3,200 people currently at the time of this filming. And that means 2,656 of you have not actually stopped to truly think and set goals for what you want your life to look like. You're kind of just at the whim of what comes up and what's out there for you. And that's cool. In this study, if we apply the same numbers, then 448 of you have stopped to think about your goals. You're very likely going, yeah, but I've got goals right now. But then there's only 96 of you that have written down those goals to a point where they're considering them on most days. So this is one of the big parts of the Naturapreneur journey that we focus on. We write a thing called a flight plan because it's one of the things that I do for flying, helicopter flying. And we apply the same kind of rules and experiences to what it looks like to be able to get that done. Hey Kelly, nice to see you, and anyone else who's watching who I can't see their name. So, number one question, have you considered your goals? Like actual goals. You can't go, oh, I'd like a better life. I'd like to be happier. I'd like to make more money. They're not goals. A goal is something really specific around a particular part of your life. So some of the things that you might want to consider if you haven't already, and statistics show that about 2,656 of you are not actually considering an actual definitive goal. And so if you haven't thought about it, things to consider might be, how many people do you want to help? Like pick an actual number. How many people you want to help over the next 12 months? How much money do you want to make? Yep, we're going to talk about the money side of things because we're in the Naturapreneur Hub and that's what we talk about. All the things that you wouldn't usually talk about that actually make the world go round. So how much money do you want to make? For me, some of my most important things that I value the most are what travels and what trips and what experiences do I want to go on in the next 12 months. What quality and quantity of friends do I want to surround myself with? Because for me, that's a really important one. The people that you surround yourself with are actually going to either lift you or keep you where you're at in your past version of yourself. What support or what mentors or what teachers do you want to attract into your life? What courses do you want to work on? And what projects do you want to put out into the world? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to do some workshops? Do you want to what projects do you want to work on? And how many people do you want in those? And what about your personal health and your personal vitality? What do you want that to look like? Kelly, you're amazing at that kind of stuff. Kelly's also got a PT background, so she's really good at setting goals for others and herself. So it's really important for you to take some time right now to set some goals, because statistics show that the vast majority of you haven't put a specific goal in place. And those that have thought about a specific goal haven't written them down. And you're going to be 3 times less successful than the ones who are actually going to write it down. And it looks like only 96 of you have actually stopped to write those goals, specific goals down. So that's my little tip for today. And if you want to come and join us in the Naturpreneur journey, then this is your opportunity. If you go to tammyguest.com/naturpreneur-journey, we have a whole module on what it looks like to create a life. And you're in charge of that. You can create that life. You can create these goals and work towards these goals in a way that you've never done goal setting before. And do you want to be in that 3%? Do you want to be in the people who are going to achieve the things that they want to achieve in their life? Or are you in the others that think this is a nice idea and are going to press swipe on this and not get the things done and be in the same position in 12 months' time as you were this 12 months? So that's my tip for today. If you have got anything out of this, please take the action that you need to take from it, or share it with somebody that you know, because some of us just need a little bit of a jolt and a reminder to get that action and traction going. All right, I will catch you in the next video tomorrow for Tips Tuesday. And again, if you are considering the Naturpreneur journey, it closes this Friday. And it's tammyguest.com/naturpreneur-journey. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.